That's true. We stand out like bird shit on a black shoe. We stand out like bird shit on a black shoe. That's true. We stand out like bird shit on a black shoe.
We control the crowds and we control the laws. Echoed into space is thundering applause. Even when the show is done, we take over the joint. If they ask who run the world, you know just where to point. 'Cause
We stand out like bird shit on a black shoe. That's true. We stand out like bird shit on a black shoe. We stand out like bird shit on a black shoe. That's true. We stand out like bird shit on a black shoe. You know what?
What, man?
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 I step on stage, break a leg and a ligament. Step on stage, break a leg.
That's true.
I step on stage, break a leg and a ligament.
We stand out like bird shit on a black shoe. That's true. We stand out like bird shit on a black shoe. We stand out like bird shit on a black shoe. That's true. We stand out like bird shit on a black shoe. That's true. That's true.
the newspaper was torn to shreds. The news was left mangled as it landed on our shoulders. The TV set didn't take its meds, so the static swooped in and test patterns took over. Dianetics was a super fraud. The 80s made the call and the war got colder. One man could hardly stand to play his god, so the lynch mob sang and test patterns took over. When the city looked up to the sky, all the blue was replaced with a stark blank white, with a large black circle running through its crest, glaring, "This is just a test." It's just a test.
I've been messing around with the gramophone. I've been flexing my brain like it's going out of style. Don't treat me like an animal. Don't look at me in that tone of voice.
I will arrest you. I am not a chump. I am not a chump. I will upset you. I am not a chump. I am not a chump. I will afflex you.
I got nothing to lose and I'm going home. Drop me off at the curb when I'm kicking a country mile. Don't treat me like an animal. Don't yell at me with your side-eyeing.
I will unrest you. I am not a chump. I am not a chump. I will upset you. I am not a chump. I am not a chump. I will afflict you.
I wanna be about the ones that never leave you alone. I wanna be about the ones that never leave you alone. I wanna be about motherfucker.
I will arrest you. I am not a chump. I am not a chump. I will upset you. I am not a chump. I am not a chump. I will arrest you. I am not a chump. I am not a chump. I will upset you. I am not a chump. I am not a chump. I will afflict you. Can't take me anywhere. You can't take me anywhere. My doctor said there's nothing wrong with me. Handed me cash and hailed me a taxi. Put me to bed and stroked the top of my head until I fell into a bed of ecstasy. I was wrong to think that it would last. I was wrong to think at all.
Garbage time, gonna take you all away. Garbage time, gonna make you regret everything.
My tax return was bigger than I thought. Used it to open up a restaurant. Stayed open late for all the people on dates. And when they tried the crudités, they were so odd. I was wrong to think that it would last. I was wrong to think at all.
Garbage time, gonna take you all away. Garbage time, gonna make you regret everything.
I was wrong to think that it would last. I was wrong to think at all.
Garbage time, gonna take you all away. Garbage time, gonna make you regret everything. Garbage time, gonna take you all away. Garbage time, gonna make you regret everything.
Every day is quite a task. Favor is far too much to ask. I completely recognize where you're coming from, but it's hard to see your plan, knowing where you opt to stand. I'm afraid my body's starting to go rather numb. I won't shoot for the moon, but I have one request for you. I know that things are difficult and would you please remove your foot from my throat? It's hard to see the sunshine when you're standing in the rain, but would you please remove your foot from my throat? Oh, the pressure is too great. It seems we're at a stalemate. I would hire a negotiator to talk you down, but your foot remains in place, mere inches below my face. I admit I would prefer if you weren't around. I'm getting sore as heck from your footprint upon my neck. I know that things are difficult and it can be a pain, but would you please remove your foot from my throat? It's hard to see the sunshine when you're standing in the rain, but would you please remove your foot from my throat? I know that things are difficult and it can be a pain, but would you please remove your foot from my throat? It's hard to see the sunshine when you're standing in the rain, but would you please remove your foot from my throat?
Meat sweats, motherfucking meat sweats, meat sweats, yeah.
Meat sweats, motherfucking meat sweats.
Hey!
Meat sweats,
Where's Matt at in the camera? Matt looks...
We need to go. Let's go. If we can go up a little bit and fix my hair. It's sideways. Let me do it.
Do it. What's up, everybody? Hello.
Hi,
we were gifted with the dulcet tones of Mr. Scott Gesser on the intro today.
Such a talented musician.
He's a very talented young man.
Funny person.
Funny guy. You should go check him out. I put a link in the comments on the video. So, yeah, that's dope. Matt is currently separating us up some buds here. We have some tasty treats, courtesy of Grow Sciences today.
Is it courtesy of them?
Not really. I mean, it's courtesy
they-
of my pocketbook.
Yeah,
but
so don't fucking give them credit.
no, but I mean, they do grow good weed, and I like people that grow good weed. You know who else grows good weed?
Who?
My friend Steven at our grow that I work at. He grows great weed, so definitely go hit up any Canamo products and try our weed. It's a lot of fun.
That doesn't go
A lot
on
of good.
top
It
of
doesn't. No, it goes on the grinder.
That's a different top.
Yep.
Sometimes there's different tops.
There are different tops. We just watched Matt's son in a wrestling match.
Yeah.
And holy shit.
Kid's good, boy.
Kid's a real monster.
The kid's got some chops.
He's scary. He's really a strong young man, very strapping.
He loves it too.
Strapping boy.
That's the thing. He's done. I mean, it's all him. He's done all the work.
Yeah.
He went from having a terrible 2020 season. Was it 2021? Yeah.
It's 2019.
2019-2020 season was not great for him as far as the win-loss category.
Did they stop mid-season at all for COVID last year? Or
No, so they finished
were
the
they
season.
finished?
Yeah,
Okay.
so actually, like, the state championship weekend, like, I think everything, like, shut down, like, the next weekend.
Oh, wow.
Or maybe even, like,
So they
2
just kinda
weeks later.
squeaked it
But,
in.
like, that was, like, yeah, because I just had a bunch of memories pop up.
Are they still
like, on my
wrestling in
timeline.
masks now? Right now?
Huh?
They still in masks?
They're still in masks.
Yeah.
Which is wild. Like, I've got a Flow Wrestling subscription.
Yeah.
And, like, I see the Flow Wrestling, like, on Instagram and, like, Track Wrestling on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a ton of, like, the high school tournaments, state tournaments are going on, like, in other states right now. And there's clips. They don't have to wrestle. None of those guys have masks on.
No?
And their wrestling matches, no.
Really?
So,
Where are you seeing, like, these from?
like, fucking Iowa.
Well,
Indiana. Still, I mean,
very red states. They're not.
Arizona's a pretty.
Not anymore. How dare you?
Well, Phoenix flipped it, but everything else is pretty red. And
No,
it's,
it is.
and it's mostly the Republicans here who are just done with the fucking nonsensicalness.
They really are.
So, but no, it's absurd to me that Arizona high school kids have to wrestle with a mask on. Because like half the time the mask isn't even on. You know, they're putting their balls in each other's faces, pinning each other, and it's like, well, this mask is doing a lot.
Doesn't really
They're
have an
spitting
effect.
all over the place. They're bleeding all over each other.
Sweat.
They're sweat. It's like
There's
they're
a lot
covered. They're covered in all of the fluids.
Yeah,
like,
but don't breathe on me.
and they're also
I've always felt that way.
extremely healthy, athletic teenagers. You know what I mean?
I've always felt that way with like headgear in general in wrestling.
As far as what?
I think it should be your option. I don't think it should be mandatory. I hated wearing headgear, and I never in college wore headgear practicing.
Yeah.
And guess what? I have real pretty ears. They're
I've never
gorgeous.
noticed. I wouldn't say they're.
I don't
pretty.
have any cauliflower. I mean, by
you don't-
pretty, I mean I don't have any cauliflower.
You don't have any cauliflower.
None.
I wouldn't call them.
And I never wore headgear in practice in college.
That's wild.
Yeah. And I mean, I wrestled dudes that collar tied me like fucking all day, every day. So
Yeah, I would imagine so.
yeah, I just never really. I mean, I never had an issue with cauliflower.
I saw the greatest thing. Like going to high school wrestling matches it's a pretty wild experience.
Yeah.
Because like you remember a time when like you were there, like in that situation, and like everything felt so like big and so like immediate.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I
man.
mean? And it was so like life or death. Like I watched this kid just get the shit kicked out of him. Really just got torched.
Did he throw his headgear?
Headgear. He punched a
Punch a door?
not a door. The
Punched a door.
the-
And throwing my headgear.
the antiseptic dispenser,
Did he
the foam dispenser
break it
next
off
to the
the
door.
wall?
He didn't even break it off the wall. He just hurt.
no.
He just hurt his little knuckle.
Oh no!
He just hurt his little knuckle and had to go get a band-aid. As the chick. Okay, it's so.
You lost to a chick?
No. But the chick like chased him out. But the chick was like, she was in a singlet. She was like, she was a husky gal, and you could tell like she had a crush on the guy, and she like chased him down. She's like, no, it's not that big. And she was the one like as he was on his back for about 5 minutes before he got pinned. She was the one who was like screaming at him, you know, from the side of the mat.
Oh no!
Ah, it's so great.
Oh no!
So
she
great.
was wearing a singlet.
Yeah, she was.
Why was she wearing a singlet?
I think she was the girls' heavyweight. I mean, I don't.
Okay. Do they have a women's team?
They had a girl. Yeah, there was a girls' team, and girls wrestling is. They had a wrestler on the other team, on the girls' team, who was a shit brick house monster wrestler.
Yeah.
Like, she wasn't big. She was
Just
built.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she was probably about 150.
Yeah.
But not like 150 fat.
No, I know.
150 like a linebacker.
A 150-pound chick that's yoked
Yeah.
is a scary woman.
And she just fucking destroyed this other chick that she like.
Yeah.
I felt bad. It was one of those like she was picking her up and throwing her.
Oh,
she was
no.
like picking her up just way up in the sky, and then looked like she was gonna
Just
slam
big
her, but then she would go down lightly with
She
her.
would follow her down.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't like be just dropping.
There was a couple
motherfuckers.
There was a couple earlier on.
Was there?
Yeah,
Did he
there
call-
was
did he
a
call
J-
for any slamming.
Yeah, there was a JV match where the kid got called for a slam where he really just picked this dude up and kind of just let him go.
Yeah. You gotta maintain.
And this was a tall kid who he was up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had someone do that to me, like just pick me up in the fucking air and drop me.
Yeah, I've
and
never
like hope for the best. I've landed on my head. I've landed on
yeah.
I've landed on my shoulders, and then someone like pile drived into the back of me, and it bent my back like fucking the other way. Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
wrestling is like, I love it, but I would not like. I would never tell you to get your kids into it. Like, if they want to do it, fine.
Oh, I would tell everybody to get their kids into wrestling.
It's so brutal.
It's brutal, but it's like, it makes you fucking tough. I mean, and not just like, it makes you mentally tougher. That's the biggest thing.
It
is
does.
like how mentally tough
You
of
push
a human
yourself
being
through a lot of shit.
you
to
become.
wrestle, yeah.
Like, that's the fucking. I don't know. To me, that's the prime of it because
The character build. It's definitely an
Yes.
exercise in character building.
Absolutely.
Especially for a young person.
Yes.
Like, and I mean, when you're younger, you really need some type of fucking direction to go. Otherwise,
Absolutely.
you're gonna be a fucking maniac.
And you can't fuck around in wrestling.
No, it
Like-
doesn't. It doesn't really let you. Like,
You can fuck around in football.
Yeah.
You can fuck around in baseball, but like in all those sports, like I've played them all, like in school. Mm-hmm. Fuck around, like I went to freshman baseball season.
All the like just like thinking back to even like my college days, all the other teams like they had really dedicated players, but they also like they all got together and drank like every weekend.
Yeah.
And then the wrestling team, like if it was season, fucking barely anybody drank. The one guy that drank was my roommate because he couldn't win a match if he wasn't fucking shithouse the night before. Like he just was mentally guy was the best wrestler I've literally ever seen in the mat room.
Yeah.
Like I watched him flare double our 400-pound coach. He fucking picked him up and just dropped him. Like nothing. Shuley was such a monster.
Yeah.
But on the mat, like, just couldn't always put it together unless he had gone and partied the night before.
And then he could do it.
And then he was like, I don't give a fuck. You just go murder people.
That's wild.
He was a real good wrestler.
Yeah.
One of the only MMA fights he ever had was against this like dude who was a coach of a gym.
Okay.
And Shuley just went out there and fucking like Captain Cavemanned him.
Yeah.
Like just hit him, and the second Shuley hit him, the dude was like, "Oh my god," because Justin just had fucking dumb monster power, you know.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, he could have. If it had been a different time and he'd have been in a different place,
right.
He definitely could have been like in the UFC at a point. I really think that he was a wild man. Fuck, was he a monster, dude? Like he would kick somebody and he would look like he moved like had the most awkward movement. But if you were taking that kick, it was like someone just hit you with a fucking like baseball bat. It was dumb the amount of power. He was like so explosive in everything he did.
Those are the most terrifying people. The people who it's like you touch them and like you can just feel that their bones are made out of steel. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh man, like you don't look like much, but I know you touching me in any amount is just gonna be painful.
There's a buddy of mine who owns a gym in, I think his gym's in Tempe.
Yeah.
It's his name's Alex Lee.
Okay.
And he's 160 pounds most of the time.
Yeah.
Like I think he was competing at, I want to say 69 kilos in weightlifting, which is like 160 odd pounds there. I want to say.
No idea. I don't even try to fuck with the fucking
Times 2.2 is a conversion. I don't remember. I'm not good at math. I'm not gonna pretend to be. Anyway, very light man.
Right.
Not a big guy. He's like maybe 2-3 inches taller than I am. So like 5'7"
5'7". Okay.
And I've watched him put over 400 pounds above his head.
5'7", 160. That's a motherfucker.
He's literally just a piece of like ripcord.
Yeah.
Like he's thin, but just every part of him is sinew and muscle fiber.
Well, yeah, like Mo is like 5'9", 5'10",
yeah,
something like that. And when he wrestled at 160, he looked like a fucking shit brick house monster.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so.
Dude, Alex
5'7", 160 is like.
Alex is like just he's so fucking yoked, and he moves like lightning.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing with weightlifting is not only are you like super explosive, but it's like your ability to accelerate is also really key.
Yeah.
And he moves like lightning, like through the weightlifting positions in and of themselves. It's dumb.
Right.
like how fast he snaps himself under a bar to catch it. And then the fact that he does catch it is just even more dumb. Like, he just pops under 400 pounds and then stands up with it. And you're like, how the fuck is he gonna jerk this? And he just he hits the bend and pop, right there. Like,
so he's got the fucking movement.
well,
he's
yeah,
got
I mean,
the technique.
his technique is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, he's got great technique, and then on top of it, he's like just genetically perfect for weightlifting.
Yeah.
You know, like everything works like it should. He's got like the proper length of leg to effectively like catch the weight in the hole.
They measure some stupid ass shit.
Like the Russians and countries like that, like Eastern Bloc countries have classically that are like hunting for Olympic medals. They would and China still too. Like, they find kids and they measure their bones and they like do graphs and stuff on how these kids are gonna develop.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, you're going to go into weightlifting, you're going to go into this, you're going to go into gymnastics.
Yeah, and then they give them some great drugs, too.
Definitely. I mean,
they fucking make them cyborg.
I mean, listen, you're not going to catch them if they're doing the gene doping at, 3.
I'm all for it, man.
Let's gene dope everybody.
I
want gene doping. Gene dope me. Make me a fucking Greek Adonis.
I'll
Make me
pay
grow
for
a
it.
couple inches.
I'll pay for it. Like, I'm willing to make it. I'm willing for that to be a goal. Like, to make enough money where it's like, I can afford to Joe
Dude,
Rogan out.
you imagine like they just like one day have a way to just do anything. Like, you just go into a pod. Like, it's like The Fly.
Here's my
it's
goal.
Perfect.
I want to get. My goal is to get cast as like a Marvel superhero, so that they give me the Kumail Nanjiani treatment, where they just they hook me up with fucking the roids, the trainers, the fucking food, and pay me, and they pay me a shit ton of money to just spend 6 months getting shredded out of my goddamn mind. They do everything. They set everything up. You just have to go do it.
Yeah.
Like, they make it so fucking simple. Plus, they fucking make you super juicy. They get you all nice and juicy. You get juicy and crispy, and then you're a fucking
Gerard
superhero?
Butler, like, I remember, like, the biggest instance of that I first saw was Gerard Butler for the 300.
Everybody in that fucking
Everybody
movie.
in that movie. Like, it was just like, oh my god, what the fuck? Why do all these dudes have 12 packs?
Because fucking Lionsgate Films just like, everyone gets juice boxes.
Dude. Hollywood
juice box for you.
How much money
a
a year do you think Hollywood spends on like just straight steroids?
I mean, couple million. Because not that many people actually need it for anything. You need it for the superhero movies, which, I mean, there's only a couple people. There's only a few people in each of those movies who's jacked out of their mind.
Hemsworth really didn't get fat for Endgame, did he?
No, that's all bodysuit shit.
It was
because in the beginning of that movie, he's fucking
he's
juicier than he's ever been.
His arms are very large.
His arms are large, but his neck is like longer. You can tell like his neck is coming out, and the veins are really fucking popping.
Hemsworth's got like boa constrictor intestines, right? Like
what does
like
that
from
mean?
HGH and shit.
Does it turn your
So HGH makes your like insides grow and your bones grow. Like you look at someone who's abused HGH for a long time and they've got like a predominantly bigger skull.
That's the thing. I haven't seen his head get bigger. I know that to be a fact for true because like Barry Bonds, you could see how big his head got. But one of the less known or less talked about people in that baseball era, because this is when I was deep into baseball, was Luis Gonzalez. Because Luis Gonzalez,
who did he play for?
He played for the Diamondbacks.
Okay.
But he came over. We got him from, I think we got him from like Pittsburgh or maybe like Milwaukee or something like that. And he was this fucking stick of a dude, right? Nothing. We pick him up. There's a whole off season. He shows up, and the boy is a fucking monster.
Just horse meat city.
His head is huge. His fucking legs are this big. His arms are this big. His fucking neck goes from his ears to the outside of his shoulders.
Oh, Jesus.
And the dude fucking
just looks like an anime boss.
Yeah, like he looked like that, like everybody else in that area.
Tagoro from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Like everybody else in the era fucking looked like that. Mark McGuire looked like that. Sammy Sosa looked like that. Barry Bonds looked like that. Fucking anyone who was hitting home runs or trying to be a superstar. Fucking even the pitchers look to some extent like Roger Clemens was this monster of a man.
He's a very big boy.
But he was juiced up. So was everybody else. They were all fucking juiced up, and it was the best time in baseball history.
People they were making baseball movies. People
Oh my
God, excited about baseball.
It was great.
It was a great time for professional baseball.
It was fucking fantastic.
Dude, the home run like race between McGuire and Sosa was like made you want to watch baseball.
I went and watched them both hit home runs at Chase Stadium during that season.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a great memory.
Yes.
And then they got to testify before Congress.
It's so fucking stupid. It's like you have to testify in front of Congress. It's like, really? Congress?
Baseball?
For baseball? For a game?
This is what we're doing now?
For a fucking game?
This is what we're fucking doing now?
We're not doing it anymore. I think they're fucking realizing, like, hey, fucking chill out.
Do we still have celebrities that testify in front of Congress? Like,
oh, absolutely.
Do we still have like Seth Rogen going in there and yelling at him?
Yeah, what did Seth Rogen testify about?
Fucking climate change or something.
Oh yeah, probably. Well, fucking Jon Stewart got all the New York firefighters their pension funds.
Well, I mean, okay, so
that's
something.
There is good shit that comes.
Thank you,
from
Mr.
that.
Stewart.
Yeah. No, like he's been championing that thing for a few years.
Yeah.
And consistently goes in.
Do people like to go after firefighters' pensions? People like to fucking try to eat.
Well, here's the thing: is
like service pensions.
They weren't providing funds for all these people who got sick cleaning up 9/11. All the firefighters. That's what he was like. There should be money for this. Where's the fucking money?
Who the fuck got it? Dick Cheney.
They didn't even have anything set up.
No?
Yeah.
Nothing?
They had something set up for a certain period of time. And then it went away. And then there was these long-lasting effects where there's people who were fucking dying. Will you hand me a Vizzle? Not that one.
Not this one?
No.
What about this one?
That one's fine. Thank you.
Vizzy. Proud sponsor of Not Us.
Of nothing. A proud sponsor of sucking my dick.
They don't even do that.
They did like a comment of mine the other day though.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Good job, Vizzy.
I think I'm starting to get through to them.
Good
job. All my simping is finally.
You really simp on
I
Vizzy
simp
hard.
hard, bro.
So hard.
I'm a hard simp. When I want something, I simp hard. I don't care. I don't care. I know if I throw myself at it, just like a whore, like a slut with all holes open, someone's gonna stick something in. Someone's gonna pick one, stick something in, and I just gotta reach around and grab behind and take a piece back. You know,
that's a good metaphor for your life.
Thank you.
Yeah. I see you go through life that way, and now I understand.
Now you get it now.
Yeah,
you get it.
Wow.
If you throw yourself all holes open, someone's gonna fill something.
My eyes are open. All my holes are not, though.
Well, you know, you might want to think about it.
I only have an eager mouth for someone. I'm not giving up a nostril.
Here's the thing, but
they're big enough.
All holes.
You can flare them big enough.
There's a lot of people out there with a lot of needs. You gotta open all holes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I bet I could get a micro penis in my nose.
Oh yeah, for sure. You've got giant holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can tuck.
And you could really.
That
you're just flaring it yourself. If you actually worked it a little
stretched
bit,
it a little.
Yeah. With a hard little micro peen there, you're just like.
Yeah,
just wrapping it around.
I could give a good old fashioned Eskimo kiss. You know what I mean?
You can give great nose.
Yeah.
The Laskowskis give fantastic nose. I've heard. That's what I've heard.
How dare you?
That's what I've heard. All right.
So we watched Fights Together this weekend, which was fucking hysteric. Like I just got. Derrick Lewis is one of the funniest human beings that doesn't do comedy.
I mean, you can't. I don't like that saying. Like, I have a friend who's not a comic at all. He's the funniest human being I've ever met in my entire life. Like, legitimately. And I don't say that he doesn't do comedy. It's just, he is the funniest human being.
Yeah.
And it's just him
He's just
naturally.
It's just
gifted,
funny person.
It's just him naturally, not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
and just being so completely himself.
And reactive and just,
Yeah. And
that's what I love.
And so Derrick Lewis very much the same, where he's just like, he
So-
just doesn't give a fuck.
If you don't know, Derrick Lewis, fucking, like, he stole Curtis Blade's soul with an uppercut.
Yeah.
Like, he straight up just...
An uppercut that
Bink.
Blades ran into.
He didn't even move. He moved like maybe 6 inches, and
Well, it
Blades,
was
like,
Blade.
he
Blades
shot.
Blades was shooting, and Lewis had said, and I bet this is true. I bet he's like, I'm not gonna be able to wrestle this dude. This guy's gonna try to shoot on me. He knows. I'm just gonna fucking. Anytime I try to see him, I'm just gonna try to fucking punch.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try to stick my face. I'm gonna try to stick my fist where his face is going. That's exactly what he did.
It's a real good way to get a guy to not shoot on you.
Yeah.
And in this case, to also,
Die.
yeah, kill him. Like, just straight death.
And like his after the fact, and
When his hand comes at you and you see it, there's a scene in one of my favorite animes, One Punch Man.
Yeah.
And the guy's fist is coming at another guy, and it just pops up kanji, and then below it says death. And
Oh,
it's
God.
just like a big highlighted view of his fist.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to see when Curtis Blades' fist is coming at your face. It's just like, you just see all of a sudden it just has death written on it.
I mean, yeah, it's got to be terrifying.
Oh.
But see, like, even in his highlights, it's not just he knocks you out. He knocks you out and then hits you 3 to 6 to 7 more times, and bounces your fucking head off the canvas.
Dude, I was talking to somebody.
It's like, I don't know how they continue to let him do it. You know what I mean?
I was talking to a guy at work today, and I was like, fucking Herb Dean got so rattled. He got, like, called out for stopping a fight, or a couple fights early.
Yeah.
Questionable stoppages or whatever. And now it's like he's just letting dudes get murdered. Like, I mean, he got so many punches off on Blades. It was not funny.
It was 3. But here's the thing. Like, every single one of his highlights where he's knocked the guy out does the exact same thing. He bounces his head off the mat 3 to 5 to 6 to 7 fucking times before the ref gets in. And I don't know how they continue to let him do that. Like, I don't know how Dana White's not like, hey, you've got to jump on this motherfucker, or we've got to start fighting this motherfucker, or we have to start making different rules where this monster of a human being doesn't bounce these dudes' head off the ground. Because what's going to happen, it's going to lead to the CTE problem more in fucking fighting, where it's going to be the same level where it's been in football. Like, the CTE problem in football is, like, if you're not doing something, if you're letting something like this happen, if you're letting this dude, I love watching him knock people out, especially when he was outclassed in that fight as far as, like, the technical ability.
He didn't look like he could get his feet under him.
No, he was
like,
slipping
he was
and
slipping
shit.
everywhere. He just didn't. He looked like he was gonna gas.
Yeah.
And then, like, every time Blades touched him, like, I think Lewis plays a lot of possum in there.
I think so too.
But
I
at the
think
same
there's certain
time, like,
aspects
he
of it.
doesn't like to get hit. Like, and he doesn't get hit well.
No.
But I mean, I don't think I can remember a fight that's seen him get put away.
No.
So, I'm for that though. I think there should be maybe, like, I don't know that this is the answer, but like a 10 count. Like,
that wouldn't be bad. I mean, like, yeah, I wouldn't be upset with a standing 8 count. You know what I mean? Like,
just something to maybe prevent dudes from taking that extra damage, because there's a lot of it that happens in MMA, and I mean, it's always been happening. Like, when Dan Henderson, do you remember Dan Henderson knocking out Bisping?
No, I don't remember the specific.
Dan Henderson's first fight with Bisping. Bisping talked all the shit in the world.
Of course.
And old Dan Henderson just sat back and let him talk and let him talk. And then he got in the cage with him, and he fucking starched him with he threw like a left low kick, right straight just right straight of death. It was the Dan Henderson combo, and just dirted him. Like, no question, Bisping, the second he got hit, was done. Out. Like, out cold. And Henderson fucking launched himself in the air. Like, vertical. Like, he, honestly, I feel like he had a little bit of a downward angle. Like, he sprawled that high where his hips were higher than his fucking upper body, and he just, boom! Like, drops a hammer on out cold Bisping's face. And then I think he got one more.
Is that what fucked up Bisping's eye?
No.
Oh, was that a different
Bisping's eye was like a bunch of an accumulation of eye pokes over time.
No.
Like, he's always had kind of a squinty eye on that side.
Yeah.
But it's not ever been what it is now, obviously, that he doesn't have an eye. But
Right.
It was just damage over
time.
time.
I'm sure that probably didn't help, though.
No.
I'm sure.
No, definitely not. That guy, I mean, you want to talk about a guy who's, like, walked through hell and fire and been through every facet of MMA. It's Bisping. I hated him right away.
I loved him on that season of The Ultimate Fighter.
I hated
That's
him.
probably I've probably
hated
watched like 2 seasons of The Ultimate Fighter, and that was one of them. And I really enjoyed him on that.
I hated him on it.
Yeah.
And one of the oldest MMA shirts that I ever had was this old Sinister Michael the Count Bisping shirt that I stole from Shuley.
Yeah.
Had it for years and years and years, and it finally all ripped away like a year ago.
Yeah.
But he's, over time, he won my affections, and now it's just, I love watching him talk shit to people. Like, he's an announcer now.
Yeah.
Fuck, he's a great announcer.
Great announcer, but he does a bunch of like podcasts and shit with like New York comics.
Yeah.
And stuff. Yeah.
The amount of head trauma Bisping has taken, and for him to be as quick and witty as he is astounding to me. Like, some people can take it, but others, like, I read an article about Spencer Fisher, who was like a big deal in the lightweight division when it first started in the UFC.
Yeah.
Like,
he was part of that fucking crew out of
Militich.
Yeah.
He was like Pat Militich, and he was there with like
those guys who were just for a few year period in charge of the UFC, basically.
Yep. He was that era. He never won a title or anything, but I mean, that guy, he was talking about how he can't remember his kids' names anymore. Like,
so terrible.
He's done. His brain is mush.
Shit, what was the fight we watched? The old fucking Arlovsky? Oh, poor fella.
Watching Andre.
Oh, poor fella.
It's like they pull him out of a fucking vat of vodka they have him pickled.
They pulled him out of a bar. And they legit looked like they were like, where the fuck is Andre? And they were like, go check the bar down the street.
He's
and
in the bar eating cheese right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
And that's another thing too. It's like at some point these guys, you got to get out, and it's like that's got to be so hard. Like, walking away from something that you've sacrificed so much in your life for.
Yeah.
And trying to go like do a normal job.
I mean, it would be great if there was some kind of fucking pension. There was some kind of pension you could earn.
There should be something.
They're making so much money. There should be something, right? There should be something where it's like,
well, the organizations are making so much.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
And there's so little of a percentage of that money that the organization is making actually going back to athletes' hands.
Right.
Like, I'm pretty sure I've heard numbers is like about half in football. Like, about half of the money that a team makes or the NFL makes.
In the NFL? No.
What is it?
No fucking way.
It's not half?
No. I'll look it up.
Look it up. I've heard baseball is the highest paid, like, percentage to players.
But I don't even think that's very high.
No?
No, not at all. They barely pay players shit.
I don't know. But that's what I mean, though, is like you have these other established sports.
Well, I guess you're right. It says the further collective bargaining agreements up to 48%. So that must be pretty new. What's the percentage for baseball?
Baseball's, I want to say higher. We got an older, deeper, cuntier union. It's all about play. I mean,
baseball.
They all have all these other sports. Here's the key difference: they have player unions, whereas there's no fighters union.
Right, and that's what that needs to happen. They need to unionize.
Well, it's been something like guys like Randy Couture have been pushing for and filing
baseball
lawsuits
gets
over.
50%.
50% for baseball?
Yeah.
You get 2 more than football?
No, hold on a second. That's not the right thing.
Oh, anyway.
Keep going. Yeah, sorry, I will look this up.
We were talking about Lewis and how funny he is.
Oh, yeah.
Right away. And Matt sends me this tweet of his, and it's the funniest goddamn thing. He says, I'm not gonna, what it was like, I'm not gonna say anything bad about.
He's like, I really want Black History Month to be over so I can talk about how much shit Blades was talking. Something like that.
God, I'm using my phone to record this, obviously.
It's right here.
It's such a fucking...
Waiting for Black History Month to be over so I can make fun of Curtis for talking shit before the fight. This is fucking perfect.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh, that's the best fucking tweet I've ever heard.
So good,
especially after you viciously knock that man out. Like then you're just kind of like a prince.
Destroyed him out of nowhere, like legitimately out.
That's the way Lewis fights work, though. Like he was fighting Volkov, and he was arguably losing to Volkov, and then he just fucking turned him off.
Yeah.
Like he hit Volkov, and Volkov like shit his pants and realized like, oh my god, this man's gonna now destroy me.
Yeah.
Like,
what is he's tied for the most knockouts in the UFC now?
I think he's tied. Yeah.
Yeah.
We may or may not have coerced someone into making a bet on Lewis.
We did. I mean, like, listen, of all the bets that we talked him into that night, that was the one that I was serious about. That, like, those odds.
I was too.
Those odds was like, bro, like, you'd be fucking retarded not to put $100 on him, and he did.
Yeah.
And thank God,
and
because
luckily it paid for all.
Because the other bets we talked him into was just like, just horribly stupid shit.
I will not take any bit of blame for that Minner Rosa fight. I fucked up and I told him that Rosa was from Boston, but
yeah, you invoked his
I also
Northeastern
said
crash.
that Minner has the fucking better like pedigree of fighter. He's been in the UFC longer and everything like that. So that was his fuck up. That wasn't me at all. I didn't do that. And I said that Yana had the kickboxing and Invicta pedigree. So I was like, I don't know, man.
She looked like she was gonna get her ass kicked.
She
though.
really did.
I
They
mean,
did. The UFC did not do a good job at like showing how good of a fighter she is.
It did
in
that
her
was.
promo.
But here's the thing. Like, not only that, like she didn't do a great job. Like the first round,
No.
she lost that first round.
Definitely.
The second round,
bit of a slow starter.
Yeah. The second round, as the round went on, she eventually ended up winning it.
I mean, she got the reversal and controlled the ground game.
Right,
like,
but like she lost
wouldn't
the
have
first.
expected her to control the ground game like she did either.
She lost the first half of that round.
Definitely.
I would say.
Yeah.
And then she won. She basically won the last.
She won the fight
round and a half.
She won the fight in the last 20 seconds.
Yeah.
When she got a late reversal in the third, because the third would have gone to, I mean, the lady that lost, who I can't remember her name.
Icebox.
I feel bad.
Just call her the Icebox.
Icebox?
Yeah.
I want to say her name was Vieira.
The Vieira, yeah, that's
Vieira.
right. Yeah.
Anyway, when she reversed her, it just went off. Like, Vieira didn't have any offense off the top. Right. Other than looking for advancing position.
Yeah.
And that's it.
She was never going for anything.
No,
she was never going for any submission
to mount so that she could try to do something from there.
She was never, yeah. It looked like she only knew actually a couple real submissions that she was trying to maybe get herself in a position that she could do.
And then she had back mount at one point, and that's when she got reversed, and then the shit fucking beat out of her.
Yeah,
which was just, I mean, once Yana had that opportunity, holy shit.
Yeah,
she unloaded on that woman like a jilted lover.
I got pissed off Russian.
Oof. Yeah, like she was mad Arlovsky lost. poor Arlovsky. Salud. Nastrovia.
Yeah, poor fucking guy.
I really think he's got to be in a bad way of some kind that like keeps him fighting, and that's like what makes me sad.
Yeah.
I always wonder about that. You see old guys still fight. Like when Chuck came back and fought Tito recently.
Well, he was ranked 10th. I mean, he was ranked 10th, so it was like, like he still thinks he's got it.
Of course, he still thinks he's got it. But I mean, at the end, if you go back and watch the end of Chuck Liddell's career, like he was getting touched on his face and just turning off.
Oh yeah, no, he got knocked out brutally. For someone who could knock the fuck out of some people,
yeah,
the end of his career was a highlight of of him going stiff and hitting the canvas.
It was like, I mean, I titled this "Never Meet Your Heroes," but I mean, watching all those guys like just lose over time, like watching Randy Couture get fucking kicked in the face by Lyoto Machida that first time.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so sad to me. It was so fucking sad. It was like, no, Randy, oh no!
You just got karateed in your face.
Oh god, he got karateed so fucking hard. Oh my god. Yeah, dude. Like, and that's crazy too. Like that move, that front snap kick.
Yeah.
That really kind of changed the landscape of MMA.
Yeah.
And then like there's certain moves like that come in and people just start mimicking each other. Monkey see, monkey do.
Low calf kick right now.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. The low calf kick is just
ruined Connor's life.
It's ruined a lot of people's lives.
It really
lately.
is.
Like it's such a debilitating fucking thing to get hit with. I don't know if you've ever gotten hit in the leg like that, but
I've kicked some shit. Like I've done some martial arts.
Yeah.
Like some like kung fu and shit, and we did a lot of like we used to hit sandbags and shit to like strengthen all your bones and your hands and stuff.
Do like body hardening stuff.
We used to do like qigong and all kinds of different stuff, and we would kick stuff too, like to strengthen like your shin bones and stuff and get them harder. And like, it's like I've also like blocked kicks, and had one hit me in just the right spot, and it's almost like getting kicked in the nuts. Like, when it hits you in the right
dead
spot,
leg, and then at the same time, it's so painful.
It's so painful and so shockingly painful. It just like shoots up your whole
makes you nauseous
fucking skeletal system. It's like, oh my god, that hurts so fucking bad.
I remember one sparring session with my buddy Rob, and Rob was this dude that I did a lot of fighting with, did a lot of jiu-jitsu with. Like, I mean, I love the guy. He's the other dad that sends me videos of his son wrestling now.
Oh yeah.
I have you and I have Rob, and
nice.
you both like, check him out, check out this match. And I love it. I fucking love it. I love you boys for doing that. But one day I went to Rob and I were sparring, and we were doing like full contact, full sparring, like sparring MMA gloves, so they were like the big fat one, and then like shin guards and stuff. And I went to kick him, and he like turned out of the kick, and I threw it, like I winged it. It was a good one. And it wound up like sliding up his leg, and my toe like kicked him square in the asshole.
Ooh.
I've never seen somebody drop so quick. I kicked him square in the asshole. Your foot curls around.
Yeah.
And just, whap!
That's a perfect place to slide.
Oh yeah,
in.
So watch for that, like in the UFC. Watch for that coming soon. Is the asshole kick?
Yeah, so the big toe to the asshole.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the
next one. As soon as they figure out how to defend this low calf kick.
Yeah, once the low calf kick, they figure out like this is how you check it, or this is how you avoid it.
Yeah.
That's the next one to come is the asshole kick.
Yeah. This low calf kick is pretty dominant. I don't know what they're I'm excited to see whoever can figure out how to do it, because they'll be a monster for a while.
Honestly, I would love. Here, like my armchair analyst talking, but my thought process on it is if you find you find someone who's really good at grabbing like an ankle pick, or a low single, or like sweeping an outside shot, that's what you look to time off that, and that's how you defend it. Is like that guy throws that low kick out,
And
and
you go
like
to the other leg.
you stay in the low kick leg, and
Okay.
you sweep it.
Huh.
So like dude low kicks, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You take this step, and you step to the outside as he low kicks.
Oh,
And
okay. I see what you're saying.
You
Yeah,
sweep
yeah.
single it.
Huh. Interesting.
That's what I mean. Other than that, I don't know. Like, because either that or it's like stepping over it. Because when you check it, I mean, you can only check leg kicks so many times.
You're doing the same, like, yeah.
So, I envision like some slick motherfucker just shooting an outside single on a dude trying to throw a lazy low calf kick, and just making him pay for it, and then that being the way to.
Here's the
fuck
problem,
people
though.
up with it.
The people who are usually that good at wrestling are generally not very good at standing up and usually get knocked. You know what I mean?
Right.
They
Well,
usually get knocked.
Secondary problem.
That's a striker versus wrestler
Yeah.
situation, right? And a striker, for the most part, tends to have. For the most part of the UFC, strikers tend to have more of an advantage over the wrestlers because the wrestlers are more one-dimensional. So, like, if you've got a guy who's just throwing those leg kicks and someone is actually
I don't agree
good
with
enough,
that whatsoever.
Okay.
Because Gaethje's considered a wrestler classically,
Okay.
and Gaethje throws the low calf kick,
Uh-huh.
but almost as good as anybody.
Right.
He's got great hands,
Right.
and like stupid power,
Right.
and he's not known for a wrestler in the UFC because he doesn't use it.
Right.
But if you try to take Gaethje down, he is a great wrestler. Like,
I mean,
really good wrestler.
it's not good enough to stop Khabib.
I mean, Khabib. God. What a monster. I would love to see him in GSP, but it'll never happen.
Man, I want to see. Yeah,
Him and GSP or him and Oliveira. Like, I feel like Oliveira might have an answer for him.
That would be fun. That would be a fun fight. I'd like to see him. I would just like to see him fight until he loses. You know what I mean? That's really what I want.
Oh no, I
want
would
to
love
see
him to go out on top.
No, I want to see him fight until someone figures him out.
I've been Team Khabib since before he was in the UFC.
I wasn't like the biggest Khabib dude because it was like, look at this Russian fucker.
I hated Conor so much
with his stupid Russian fucking. His Russian thug fucking group of friends. And then, like, Connor was like, I felt
You racist.
I'm not racist.
How dare you? I mean, yeah, you can't be racist.
I'm fucking
against
American,
Russians.
bro.
You can't be
I'm
racist
American.
against
I'm a
Russians.
fucking capitalist, and I don't need these communists
I feel bad shitting
coming
on the
into my
Russians.
country.
I
Why do you
feel
feel bad
bad.
shitting on the Russians?
They're people too.
They are people too, and like I have a lot of respect, especially for like Russian, grapplers. Like the USA versus Russia wrestling saga over the years.
Oh man,
Fucking phenomenal.
it really is.
Amazing.
There's a lot of crazy shit.
So much crazy shit. Did you ever listen to that Jordan Burroughs on fucking Joe Rogan?
No, I didn't.
I'll just send you the link so that you'll actually fucking listen to
Yeah.
it. But it's awesome. It's so good. And listening to him talk about the juiced up Russians is phenomenal too. Because he has a very strong disliking of like
I bet
a
he
lot,
fucking does.
a huge amount of respect, but also like you guys have fucking cost me money.
Yeah, you guys
basically.
are dirty.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucked.
Mm-hmm.
I get, like, as much as I sit around and say, like, everybody should be juicing, da-da-da. Like, to be the guy that's, like, just so naturally talented and everything and that you don't need it, and then other people are doing it to, like, kind of get to you is, I mean, that's fucked, too.
It's fucked too, but it's like it shouldn't be a thing. Like, we have fucking science. Like, we as human beings have evolved from fucking monkeys.
Well,
to
it's
the
weird.
most,
It's
to
weird.
the most dominant. We've pulled ourselves out of the food chain in this global thing by evolving constantly. We create fucking systems of learning,
Well,
like
we-
math in science.
We don't
create-
evolve ourselves. We evolve our world around us, right?
But
Like,
we're evolving our brains. We're getting
Yeah, that's
smarter.
what I
We're
mean.
creating it's a thing of evolution. Now, if we actually fucking take the science that we've created, but we're afraid because we get this religion and all this other bullshit involved in it, and we hold sports as
It's
some
it's fucked up
sacred
how-
sphere. Because sports, like the Olympics, like brought into place for countries to battle it out and not have to go to war.
Yeah.
Like, and in all these other countries, like, it's a job. It's a job to be an Olympic athlete.
Not
you
here.
get your life. It's not here. That's why it's so fucked up here. Like, we have so much fucking money, and we could just pay for all these athletes, and they've had to figure out other ways to do it, and they do it. But, like, in other fucking countries, it's like, it's so fucking big. Like, listening to Burroughs talk about it, I never quite really... When the
huge.
Olympics comes on, like, it's like, okay, but listening to
huge.
an Olympic athlete, a gold medalist, talk about what a big deal it is, it's like, you know what? I actually respect the fuck out of that.
Speaking of Olympics, you see this guy the Tokyo chair guy who had to step down
No, what do you
because he made some like inappropriate tweets about ladies.
do? Oh,
Yeah,
what about him?
I don't remember.
How hot and sexy they were?
No.
He's like, oh, I want to have you sit on my
Hey,
face.
stop! We can't talk like that. on
Why
here.
not?
That's just for us.
No, I can talk however the fuck I want to. That's my life.
Getting back to doping, it's weird that we're so against it in sports and everything. It's okay. But then, like, I mean, there's a vast majority of people that are totally fine with eating shit that's genetically modified every day.
I don't think those arguments make sense to compare.
You know?
Not at all.
Where it's okay to genetically modify our food, but not our bodies?
Well, most people don't think it's okay to genetic. There's a huge amount of people who are like, it's not okay to genetically modify our food.
I mean, we've been genetically modifying food since the 50s, though.
Right, I'm all for it. Like, I'm all for evolution and using
We
science
wouldn't be able to.
our...
We wouldn't be probably be able to support the populace that we have without genetically modified plants.
I mean, maybe.
And I'm not saying like genetically modified like Monsanto shit. I'm just saying like, you know, you fucking crossbreed certain plants so
Well,
that they're more
that's-
resilient. That's genetic modification to
For
a
sure,
plant.
and that's what we've been doing since the beginning of time. I mean, that's what we do with weed. right
Okay,
now.
so I'm saying that it's cool to even in an organic way do that, but then like, if we pose something in science that we could do organically to our bodies to augment certain chemicals in our bodies that are already
Yeah.
pre-existing, then it's like, ah!
No, you should be able to.
I think you should.
Yeah, and it should be like it should be acceptable in sports. I want to see people.
Oh yeah.
I want to see people hit the ball farther. I want to see
saying it
them
for years.
I want to see them run faster, hit harder. I want to see them take a blow. I'm like, we're doing a disservice to the athletes too, because like they get done and their bodies are fucking destroyed. It's like, let's let them take care of their fucking bodies. Like,
Yeah.
all the shit that they could, all the therapies like they could be doing in between, like, you know, in between games where they're hurt and shit that they could be like the fucking stem cells and the like the testosterone like replacement therapy and shit, like the shit that's shown to do to like heal things. It's like, I don't fucking know. I think
mean,
it's stupid, and it's like,
So the ball players I've talked to that have used anabolic steroids of any kind don't talk about as much like the benefit that they're getting from the weight room or this or that. Like,
it's healing.
It's healing.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
I
all to
feel
heal.
better.
Yeah.
You know, like a baseball season is fucking grueling.
Yeah, it's 162 games is the regular season. They play 162 games from April till September, and then if you make the postseason,
I haven't even fucked 160 past 5 years. Like,
well, I mean,
paying 162 games in a regular season. How do these people have that much energy?
well, that's why they had a huge amphetamine problem in baseball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, baseball's always had all kinds of problems, and one of the problems they had was amphetamines, like because everybody was on speed. Because that's the only way that they could play 162 and like they didn't have the amenities that they have now.
Yeah.
This was like probably up until like 80s, 90s into the aughts was steroid era. But it was amphetamines up until then, and even during then too.
Dude, amphetamines are
Speed.
what a crazy like drug that has been very used throughout history, and then now finally everybody's like, maybe you shouldn't do that.
It's still prescribed for people with ADHD. Fucking Adderall it's like one of the A's is an amphetamine. You know what I mean? It's like it's speed. Like,
Yeah, no, it is.
It's just speed.
It's pharmaceutical meth.
We've been giving out, like, my mom talks about all the shit my grandma used to take. She used to take uppers in the morning.
Yep.
She used to take fucking downers at night.
Yep.
Like, people still do it now with fucking Xanax and all this other shit. Xanax and Adderall. If you take an Adderall in the morning, take a Xanax at night, it's like, it's just fucking what it is. If we stop being fucking crazy about it, just accept the science into our lives. Like, I'm all for it. Like, let's just make our lives...
Make me a bionic boy.
Let's make our lives as easy as possible. Like, there's already so much hard shit that we have to deal with. Like, and me taking anabolic steroids, it's not going to be able to make me hit a fucking baseball and play baseball. I'm not going to be, like...
No, but my back will feel dope.
Exactly.
You know?
My
Like,
hips
my
won't
knee
hurt.
will feel really good.
My back won't fucking hurt anymore. You know what I mean?
I want to go for a walk as
Yeah,
opposed
dude.
to, like, you know, just sit on my ass.
Yeah, and I can watch fucking sports stars do fucking wild shit on TV. Like watching Lance Armstrong win all those Tour de France's, where everybody else was doing the exact same thing.
Yeah. 26
Literally.
places, right?
Literally.
26 places?
26 places?
Is that how far back they had to go to find someone that didn't piss hot?
Oh, I don't even know how far back I bet it was even further than that. I bet there was probably one guy at 26 maybe who wasn't using, and I bet the 30 people behind him were all doing the exact same shit. Because everybody was doing it.
Yeah.
And this dude had one nut and rode up the hills faster than everybody else. And I watched him do it. Like, I would wake up at fucking 3 in the morning to watch the Tour de France.
Armstrong wasn't a dedicated athlete. Like,
It was fucking amazing.
he was literally the top of the game.
He was amazing. And
top of the game, the dirtiest game out there.
Exactly.
You know?
And he fucking dominated a sport where everybody was doing the same shit, and he was an American who dominated.
Did you watch that? Did you watch that Rogan podcast with Lance Armstrong?
Maybe.
That was a great one.
I might have.
That poor man received so much hate from people.
I mean, here's the thing. You broke the rules. The thing is, like, I don't feel bad for him in some regards of, like...
But everybody else was breaking them.
Fine. You still have to take responsibility for the fact that you broke the rules and you have to go along with what it was. Especially,
you broke the rules.
But especially,
now pull out a pubic hair.
especially when you're playing along as Mr. Fucking Clean and Tidy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he has a bit of responsibility
He was
for
Mr. America's golden child. Like,
exactly.
I got the cancer ribbons.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The whole.
You can't be the cancer ribbon guy and.
But still, that was a great thing that people bought into. It's like, I believe in something, right? But still, like, you play this role of Messiah, you're gonna get torn down. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you do it. It doesn't matter if it's in fucking cycling or in stand-up comedy or in act. It doesn't matter what world. If you act like a fucking Messiah, like you're better than everybody else, and like he was better than everybody else because he beat them in races doing the same shit. But at the same time, like there was a little bit of smugness about him, and it was like, yeah, you're gonna get taken down.
Yeah.
Just know. It's like, yeah, I did it, and I did it doing what everybody else did, and you know. And he lied about it constantly, too. Wow. He also was confronted about it
one thing
multiple times and lied about it.
Once you're caught, you just... I mean, it's better... Like, you ever heard it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, once you're caught, if in life, if you humble yourself and you come clean, people will generally respect you despite your wrongdoing more than if you just like continue to lie and then you get caught. You ultimately are found out like unequivocally, I mean, then you're fucked.
Well, all those fucking baseball players, like Rafael Palmeiro and like Mark McGuire, sitting and like admonishing Congress.
I know.
Like, you fucking tool bag, bro.
He really looked like a real shit face. Just
He
sitting
did look
there
like a
and-
shit face. They
sitting there in
always
his
do.
dumb fucking suit.
Here's the thing. There's a large bank of evidence that these people could watch
Yeah.
of people who've been in the exact same position before them. And they do the exact same shit completely fucking wrong. And they look like idiots and they destroy their reputation for years. And it's like, bro, just be like, of course I was using fucking steroids like everybody else.
Everybody else was.
Yeah.
Like, what do you expect?
Congress, guess what?
My coach shot it in my dick.
Congress, I don't have to answer any of your fucking questions because I don't have to incriminate myself.
Yeah.
Suck my dick. It's baseball. What are you gonna do?
Why are you even talking to me? I play baseball.
It's fucking stupid.
It is so dumb.
Hand me a busy.
What a great use of American tax money.
It's so stupid.
Pineapple?
That's fine.
God, what else did I say we were gonna fucking get into today?
I don't know anything.
I don't know.
I just live here.
Do you live here? I
Basically.
wish you did. That'd be fun to live with you.
It would be a good time. I'm a good time.
You are a good time.
I'm a good
I
time
mean,
to have around.
I'd hit it and everything.
Yeah, I told you I have all my old holes open.
Did we talk about weed at all? We talked about weed a little bit at the beginning.
Is there
I got a
something-
new job and I've been there.
Haven't we talked about you cutting weed?
No, we haven't.
Oh.
But I started working for a grow
Yeah.
with my friend Steven.
Steven.
Steven,
Steven, why are you doing this to us? I made scrambled eggs.
I don't call him that, but I love the kid. I met this guy
Bathhouse.
at
You guys
Stand Up
were
Scottsdale.
jerking each other off, and you're like,
Stand Up Scottsdale was pretty close to a bathhouse.
it was
as
close to a
far-
bathhouse. Like there was one next door,
No,
or
I
it
mean
was
it
like
was
operated
like
under
you
the
could
same.
like get a jerk. You could get jerked off at certain points in that building.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd like to come off stage and get a quick, quick
Yeah.
little hand.
There's
while I'm
definitely-
feeling myself,
There's definitely
like
been
post-
a lot of handies in the bathrooms at Stand Up Scottsdale because there wasn't any pissing going on. The plumbing didn't work.
like post crushing glory. Someone just comes up and finishes me off.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how I'll like finish a special someday. It's
be
just
great.
like crush, and then someone just jerks me off and just.
I
You
had
think Netflix will buy that?
maybe
Netflix will be way different in 10 years for
it
sure.
will be.
So
it will be.
I could probably get away
They
with
put
it.
Netflix put out that like basically pedophile's wet dream movie. I can't remember what it was called. Brian was like harping on it for like 2 weeks.
Oh, the cuties, was that the dancing
yeah, that
12-year-olds or something?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Where it was just like, oh my god, what the fuck are you doing, Netflix? Like, this is softcore kiddie porn.
I mean, I feel like those movies have always existed.
Have they?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I've watched a lot of like shitty
watch
HBO
your
movies.
words here.
Huh?
Check your words here first.
I've said I watched a lot of shitty HBO movies.
Okay.
Like, for if all you have like for your movie source is HBO, there is a wide variety of terrible movies that they play, and there's only a couple good movies that they play. And after a while, after 2 weeks, you've seen that movie 10 times. You know what I mean? And there's like shit like that all the time. But maybe like we're in a different time now, so it's different. I'm not defending the movie in any way whatsoever.
Kind of sounds like
But
it.
I'm not saying like, I don't know, who is Netflix to say. I guess they did pay for it. I guess they bought it.
Yeah, they did.
But here's the thing, they were just throwing like money at everything.
I
Bunch of idiots.
mean, I wonder if that was the case where it was just like, all right, we'll just keep picking stuff. We'll just keep getting it.
I feel like it has to be because most of the shit that I pop up.
Whoops.
I haven't watched anything on Netflix. I just started watching The Blacklist again.
Blacklist.
Yeah. So I am watching Netflix right now.
Brian had just told me like him and Devin picked up Cobra Kai again.
I started watching Cobra Kai. I should probably finish that because I was enjoying it, but I watched it like in one night.
Yeah.
It was one of those where it's like I can't sleep. So
I'm a
watched-
binger. I am a binger.
I watched 6 episodes of Cobra Kai and then didn't watch any more.
Netflix, get Baki back, and I'll fucking come back and watch something.
Blacklist is pretty good though.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
like
a good Netflix.
Netflix. Like shows me weird anime every once in a while that I
There's
haven't
so
ever
much
seen.
crazy anime on there.
And I'm just like, oh, I like this. I'm
Yeah.
like happy that you did this. Thank you, Netflix.
They definitely are the anime king.
They've
cornered the anime market of
they've
all the
cornered
streamers.
English anime market.
What, English anime.
Actually,
market.
Hulu's got a lot of really good anime too.
I don't see anime on Hulu ever.
Anime's on Hulu.
Yeah.
One Piece is on Hulu.
Okay.
And
So
like,
go suck yourself off on Hulu then.
buddy,
I guess.
I do. I have Crunchyroll for my shit. Yeah, I pay for.
I'm a real weeb.
I'm a real weeb. I
motherfuckers.
pay for a Crunchyroll membership.
I don't even
How
know what that
fucking
is.
dare you?
I don't even want to know what it is. I'm not.
Crunchyroll's an
Don't
anime
tell
streaming
me.
service.
Don't tell me. Listen, don't give me more ammunition against you.
Yeah.
Just let me gather it naturally.
Nope.
Without you just handing it
No,
over.
it's better. It doesn't work when I hand it to you.
I know it doesn't. It works.
Ineffectual.
It works better if I just like figure it out
if
for
you
myself.
mine it yourself, then
Yeah.
it stings.
Yeah, let me.
But
let me.
when I'm just like, ha!
Let me fucking mind my
That's
own
my
crypto.
trick. That's the
Okay.
trick. That's hey kids, want to learn something today? Here's how you beat the bullies. You just make fun of yourself better than they can, and then they feel stupid.
Listen. I've been called a bully before.
You're a bully.
I'm not a fucking bully. I could physically be a bully. That's what a bully is. A bully is someone who picks on people physically with their size.
See, that's another thing a bully does is they belittle you and they tell you like what they're doing isn't bullying, but it is.
It's not belittling.
Yeah.
You know what? Because I'm funnier than people and can make fucking better jokes.
Oh my god.
There was a kid who was like, "You always bully." It's like, bro, I'm just fucking with you. Like, we're fucking joking around.
There's a kid who told you that you bullied him?
I've heard tales back that I was a bully. And it's like, bro, like, I've always been the same person as far as, like, fucking around and just, like, making jokes. And, like, I'm like,
Honestly,
if you make...
sounds like that guy was kind of a bitch.
Kind of a bitch. If you crack a good joke on me, I'm gonna laugh harder than anybody fucking else.
Yeah, definitely.
I love...
One of my favorite things ever was writing that set for you.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite experiences of all time.
So fun.
Was like just what would I make Matt Walker say if I could make him say anything?
So great.
Oh my god.
So enjoyable.
Oh.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love awkward situations. I've been in so many. I love when people shit on me. I love shitting back on them. Like, you know what I mean? Let's have fun in it. But here's the thing. I'm not ever doing it to like hurt anybody's feelings.
Yeah.
Like I never want to hurt somebody's feelings. I want people to know that like I'm not
trying to. I don't like shitting on people that I don't know personally or have like that type of relationship with. Like, and I find myself I do it too easy. Like in my mind, I am constantly like I was at work the other day and it was like I can't remember what I said, but I was like I feel bad, but like this is how my brain works and I'm gonna like just hit a joke on you right now, and so I did, but it was like, hey, apologies, no offense meant, but here.
No, I won't do it until I know somebody like well enough.
Yeah.
Where I can tell like they're not gonna take it the wrong way.
Exactly.
Like because I don't
either I have to preface it / it's not that bad type deal,
or like if they say something to me, like if they poke at me first and it's like, oh, okay,
yeah,
let's do this.
Well, that depends too. It's like,
well, listen, they started it.
How
like,
are you? How are you coming at me?
If they're not good enough at it,
how are you coming at me? If you're poking at me first,
listen, that's their fault if they don't know what they're getting themselves into. Listen, sometimes people start fights on the streets with professional fighters. They don't know what they're getting themselves into. They just pick the wrong person.
Sometimes you're me and you pick a fight with Franz Ferdinand outside of...
I mean, that was the right person.
That was...
I saw this video of this MMA fighter and this football player in some bar. Did you see that video?
No.
It was a bar restroom, and this football player was acting like a dick. It was like a college football player. Was acting like a dick to this dude. And he just picked the wrong dude. And the dude just fucking took him down, mounted him on a pissy tiled bathroom floor in some shit bar in the Midwest, and just beat the fuck out of him. Not good. It was not, like, the dude's got to get, like, I think he's got to get, like, his orbital bone fixed.
Oh no.
He's trying to sue the dude.
Oh no.
Saying, like, he was trying to break up the shit, but he really was, like, it's on video. He was antagonizing the guy.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, that's the you can't put hands on a person anymore.
No.
Can't hit nobody
It's
anymore.
stupid. It's not smart.
Such a dumb idea to fucking put hands on somebody.
You just gotta soak up a punch first. That's always my rule, and it has been my rule for a long time because I know how the law works. Where it's like,
is it just one?
Once I soak up a punch, I feel that at that point I can make a claim that at that point I'm doing what I need to do to defend myself.
At what? So that's kind of like, I mean, I know you're not a lawyer.
Right.
I know you can't give legal advice.
Not at all.
But at what point? So like, say someone grabs you.
Yeah.
And like shakes you, or vigorously grabs you.
Yeah.
And you could make an argument saying like, I felt the need to defend myself.
I mean, you
therefore I threw that guy.
Right. You have to take into account that what's going to be looked at is your reaction to what was coming at the other side.
Yeah.
So, like, at that point, if someone's grabbing you and putting hands on you, and depending on exactly what it is that they're doing, here's the thing, too. Both sides are going to have to prove this in a court of law, if it does go that way, right? But you have the right to take steps to make sure that you're safe. At a certain point,
it's excessive, right?
There's an excessive, so it has to be in kind to what you're receiving.
Okay.
So if I get punched,
you can hit him back.
At that point, I'm like, well, this guy's attacking me. Like, it's on at that point.
What happened?
Right?
What happened? What's your thought process? Like, all right, just here's a scenario.
Yeah.
You're at Champs.
I'm at Champs. All right, I'm already
You're
here.
at Champs.
I'm at Champs, baby.
You're at
Let's
Champs
do this
in downtown Gilbert.
Yes.
You're
there.
You're drinking double Tito's and soda tall.
Fuck yeah, bro.
And this fucking guy in a Bass Pro Shop hat.
I see him already. He's there every night.
He's got that gold hook that like bends over the hat bill.
Yeah. He was a wrestler.
Yep, he was a wrestler. And he walks like he was too.
Yeah.
Like he's got that hunchy look to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he's like kind of he's as tall as you.
Yeah.
But he's thinner than you.
Yeah.
And he looks at you and he thinks you're just a fat fuck.
Yeah.
So that guy fucking throws a right hand at you.
Uh-huh.
What's the reaction?
I eat it.
You eat it.
Oh yeah, I eat it.
Okay.
And then I smile.
Do you eat it like he throws a right hand that you see?
Yeah.
You don't move your head at all.
I'll scoot into it.
You scoot into it.
Yeah, because I'm gonna lessen the blow.
Maybe take like a headbutt on it or something.
I'm not gonna
try to get him to punch top of your head. That's my game plan. Is punch my top. I'll get you to punch top of my head.
Once he throws
punch down at me. You know,
I'm diving into that. I use all of my body.
So he throws the punch and you just fucking
Yep.
Bear hug.
I'm gonna bear hug him.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw him on the ground.
Okay.
I'm gonna get on top of him. I'm gonna pop him a couple times just so he knows what's happening, and I'm gonna be like, "Are we done?"
I will say, I have had Matt put hands on me before. And not even in an aggressive manner, but he's picked me at least 230 pounds up from a standing position onto a bunk bed, like it was nothing. So he can move weight.
Yeah.
I could see you bear hugging a dude to the ground real quick.
I've been like, that's the thing. I've been moving weight my whole life. You know what I mean? It's just like I have a certain amount.
Here's my next question.
But I also have my mass. I know
you're gonna take the punch. You say you're gonna tank the punch.
Yeah.
When's the last time you got hit in the face?
Oh, it's been a few years.
Been a while.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. But like, have you ever been knocked out at all in your life? No.
No.
I've been knocked out once.
Yeah.
I got knocked out by this kid named Davis Schmidt.
Yeah.
Only kid who's ever knocked me out.
Yeah.
But I don't remember what I said to him, but it made him mad, and I think I pushed him.
Yeah.
And he just, and I
mean,
woke
listen,
up.
if the guy can knock me out first punch, then power to him.
I mean, it's like a God bless you moment.
I mean,
good
it is,
for you.
It's
You
like,
got me.
That's fine. My game is I'm not gonna stand up and exchange punches with the motherfucker. I'm gonna use my advantage.
Yeah.
Which is my girth.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna fucking get him to a point where I have control of him. I'm gonna let him know that I have control of him. And at that point, I'm gonna see if he calms the fuck down. That's it. Like I'm not somebody
I have
who
wrestled around with you a little bit, and like, you do have dumb dad strength.
I have dumb dad strength. It's being a child slave laborer.
Yeah.
Like I have child slave laborer strength. I have carrying concrete since I was 12 strength.
It's pretty stupid.
It's just a natural, and it's carrying around fucking, close to 300-pound body all my life. Like once it thins down, I still have all that crazy fucking muscle from fucking being athletic at a heavy fucking weight.
We had these farm kids on our wrestling team, and one of them, Jordan.
Yeah.
Just fucking worked out in the farm every summer. Like, his grandpa was the type of dude, he could walk up to a bolt and like turn a bolt with his hand.
Yeah.
That was like a tight It was just stupid.
Yeah.
They're a different breed of human, but Jordan was like the brick shit house of the family. And god damn it, like, it's just when you have to grow up doing hard labor and shit like that, like.
Well, even that, and then even when you do it for a living later on in life, it's just
Yeah.
like, I guess I want to carry four sheets of plywood.
I'm not
going
gonna lie to you. There's some scary ass Mexican construction workers I've seen in my life. Where
Oh, for sure, dude.
those guys are hard as fuck. Like, they're tiny, and they're carrying like 2 sheets of plywood or 2 sheets of drywall by them. So like, they get the drywall still connected, and they get that fucking like up on their shoulder.
Yeah.
You know who else was like that? Was Kristen's dad.
Yeah.
We went and did. Brian and I got hired to like go help them pull a bunch of drywall upstairs.
Yeah.
And like, it was such a narrow walkway and crazy that Brian and I took each. We tried to do one by ourselves, and it's fucking sketch.
Yeah.
And so we went up, like, each of us on one side of the drywall. Kristen and his dad took up each sheet by themselves, like, the entire time. Yeah. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on? I know they're not stronger than I am.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, they just...
It's functional strength.
Yeah.
It's a different... It's like, you don't have those muscles trained in the way that
work
they do.
strength, dude.
Yeah. They have those muscles trained where it's like, oh... The same reason that I could pick you up the way I could and put you up there is because I've picked up a lot of different things and had to set them places. I've had to use those muscles and had to figure out. It's your dude who can throw himself under those 400 fucking pounds and throw it up. He's done it so many times. Yeah. He has the fucking technique to do it, as well as like just the core-ness to fucking do it. Like, I remember, like, I would like go maybe do like a semester of school. And then I would come back to fucking work, and it's like, oh, I can only carry one sheet. I can only carry one 8-footer of drywall. And then it was like, oh, okay, I can carry the 2. And then it was like, oh, I can carry fucking 2 12s now. Yeah. And it's not a fucking problem. And it comes from, like, having to hold a fucking 12-foot sheet of drywall on the ceiling, waiting for people to fucking come screw it around you, and they're taking forever. Yeah. Where it's just like, I can't let this go.
I've definitely had to be that person, the jack stand support, if you will. Like,
oh yeah.
I'm under a truck, like, holding up a transmission.
And here's the thing, like, in the construction part, like, nobody had my back.
Yeah. Like,
my buddy, like, his dad was one of the fucking bosses, and so, like, he had somebody who, like, had his back, and he got to learn shit. Nobody taught me shit. They just used me as a mule. Like, I was a mule.
Like, hey, take that fucking chubby cult kid out,
dude. I was a fucking.
He's a real good.
Nobody knew how.
I'm not
fucking,
gonna say it because it's Black History Month.
Nobody knew how fucking old I was either. Everybody thought I was 4 to 5 years older than I was.
How long have you had a beard?
Oh, the beard is the last 5-6
Were
years.
you always
of
clean
it.
shaven, but you just looked older?
I just looked older. They just
I used you as a picture. I used a picture of you without a beard.
Yeah.
In this episode because I feel like I haven't used that picture of your dumb fucking face.
My gorgeous dumb face.
Yeah.
It's so gorgeous. I got such a cute face. Yeah, no, they just always thought I was like 4 or 5 years older than I was.
Really?
Yeah.
Never had that problem in my life. Ever.
Oh yeah. Well, now people like think I'm 10 years younger than I actually am,
Lucky man.
which is weird.
I still definitely get crazy. People see my mustache and they're just like, the fuck out of here.
What
You can't
the
buy that.
fuck?
You can't buy that 12-pack of Vizzy, kid. You can't buy that 12-pack of Vizzy. That's why they won't sponsor us. They think I'm fucking 16.
They have a child running their social media.
Do they?
Looks like it.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Well, Vizzy, get on your game. Fucking get your social medias in order.
Yeah.
For the love of Pete.
For the love of Josiah.
How the fuck long have we been recording for?
I don't know.
Oh, man. We did an hour and a half.
Look at us.
Goodness gracious
Look at us.
almighty.
Have a great night, folks.
Have a great night, everybody.
Enjoy your lives.
I gotta go to bed. I have to go trim weed at 5 a.m.
He's got to get up early.
Yep. We love you. Thank you.
Bye, con Dios.
And
Hasta luego.
get your